The soft hum of machines fills the sterile air of a lab, its bright white lights casting sharp shadows across the polished counters. It's 2:17 a.m., and Dr. Emily Wren, eyes glued to the glowing screens, can feel the weight of history pressing on her shoulders. She's on the brink of something monumental. One click and she could change the course of life as we know it. But the experiment is controversial. Some say it's a miracle of modern science. Others claim it's an abomination. For Emily and her team, the goal is clear: resurrection, not of a human, not yet, but of something that once walked the earth, a creature long extinct, the woolly mammoth. Her fingers hover over the keyboard, her heart racing. This is the frontier of biotechnology, the boundary between science fiction and reality. The moment she hits enter, the DNA of a long-dead species will be revived using the most advanced genetic engineering techniques the world has ever seen. It's the stuff of dreams or nightmares. The mammoth, a colossal beast that roamed the earth thousands of years ago, is a symbol of both loss and potential. Once these creatures thrived across the cold, barren tundras of the Ice Age. But then, in a blink of geologic time, they vanished, driven to extinction by a changing climate and the rising tide of human encroachment. The last mammoth died on Wrangel Island in the Arctic Ocean around 4,000 years ago, but the memory of the creature, preserved in fossils and ancient DNA, is alive. In the hands of Emily and a select few researchers, that ancient DNA is no longer just a relic of the past. It's the key to something far more profound, the technology that could bring it back. They call it de-extinction, the idea that we can resurrect lost species, returning creatures that have been gone for millennia. It's not just science fiction, it's happening now. And it's not just the mammoth. There's talk of resurrecting the passenger pigeon, the Tasmanian tiger, even the Neanderthal. The world is teetering on the precipice of a new era in biotechnology, and the implications are mind-boggling. But for every scientist eager to push the boundaries of possibility, there are skeptics, voices of caution, warning of the unknown dangers that lie ahead. The ethical questions are vast, and the moral dilemmas are endless. Can we truly play God? And even if we can, should we? The controversy has sparked fierce debates. Animal rights groups argue that we're tampering with the very fabric of life, playing with forces we don't fully understand. What will happen to the ecosystem if we bring back species that no longer have a place in it? And what happens to the animals who are brought back only to find themselves in a world that has moved on without them? 3:42 a.m. Emily takes a breath and presses the key. The screen blinks, and for a moment everything stops. Then a new window opens, revealing the mammoth's DNA, carefully reconstructed, digitized, and ready for the next step. It's a small victory in a massive undertaking, but for Emily and her team, it feels like a glimpse of the future. The process is anything but simple. The mammoth's DNA, recovered from the permafrost, is fragmented and incomplete. So, Emily and her colleagues are piecing it together, like an ancient jigsaw puzzle. But even with cutting-edge CRISPR gene editing technology, the challenge is immense. They need to find a modern-day animal that can act as a surrogate, a willing host to carry the resurrected mammoth's genes. The answer: the Asian elephant, the closest living relative to the mammoth. But there's a twist. The elephants, themselves endangered, are being altered. Their DNA is modified to incorporate the mammoth's traits, creating a hybrid creature that is part elephant, part mammoth. It's the first step in what could be a series of transformations, a new species designed by humans to fill a void left by time and extinction. As the weeks pass, the controversy grows louder. The media swarms. Headlines scream, "Scientists play God with extinct species," and "Mammoths could be walking again." The world is divided. Some see it as humanity's greatest achievement, a triumph of science and technology. Others see it as the beginning of a dangerous game, one where nature's balance could be irrevocably disrupted. In the midst of the frenzy, the first elephant hybrid is born. Its ears are large but covered in thick, shaggy fur. Its tusks curve gracefully, reminiscent of its ancient ancestor. For a brief moment, the world is in awe. The impossible has been done. A piece of history has been resurrected, brought back to life in a way no one could have imagined just a few decades ago. But the questions don't stop there. As more hybrids are born, the debate becomes more urgent. What will this mean for the natural world? Can we bring back an extinct species without undoing the delicate web of life that has evolved in its absence? What happens when the lines between species become blurred? And more chillingly, what happens when humans begin to see the resurrection of animals as a way to control nature, to bend it to our will? It's the dawn of a new era, an era where extinction might not be forever. But with this power comes an unprecedented responsibility. We are no longer passive observers of the natural world. We are active participants in shaping the future of life on Earth. And the consequences of our actions may reverberate for generations to come. As the years unfold, more hybrids are born, and the implications of de-extinction grow ever more complex. The question remains, are we truly bringing back these animals for their own benefit, or are we simply satisfying our own curiosity, our desire to undo the mistakes of the past? The lab's sterile walls fade and the screen goes black, but the legacy of what Emily and her team began continues to evolve. An ongoing saga of science, ethics, and the blurred line between creation and destruction. The mammoths may be back, but what kind of world have we made for them? It's 3:42 a.m. once again. A new experiment begins, and with it, the next chapter in the story of resurrection.